Hello, everyone, and welcome out to Irvine, California for today's matchup featuring your Orange County Riptide and the Santa Barbara Foresters. The Riptide coming to today's matchup with a league record of 3-2. The Santa Barbara Foresters are sitting at the top of the CCL with a record of 2-0. On the mound today for the Riptide, Devin Sartorius. Devin is a left-handed pitcher out of Dana Point, California, also a junior. He's out of Capistrano Valley Christian High School. Has thrown a complete 5 innings this season thus far for the Riptide, posting a 5.40 ERA. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Santa Barbara Foresters, and it looks like this. Leading things off, Eric Kennedy. Hitting second, Ryan Cash. Hitting third, Zach Presno. Hitting fourth, Blake Hall. Hitting fifth, Jacob Katzfee. Hitting sixth, Ross Cadena. Hitting seventh, Connor Pavoloni. Hitting eighth, Connor McKenna. And hitting ninth, Tevin Tucker. Defensively for your Orange County Riptide, at first base, Daniel Jung. At second base, Blake Evans. At shortstop, Carson Matthews. At third, Andre Antone. In left field, Chad Crosby. In center, Connor Roby. In right field, Dylan Rock. And behind the plate, Connor Aoki. On the mound, of course, for the Riptide, Devin Sartorius. Eric Kennedy digs in to lead things off for the Foresters. First pitch is a bunt towards the right side, well located, and would you look at that, an infield bunt single to open up the ball game. Every aspect of that bunt was absolutely perfect. Just out of the reach of the pitcher. No choice but for Blake Evans, the second baseman, to hold on to that one. Ryan Cash digs in. It's a lefty on righty matchup. Here comes the pitch. It runs inside. It's caught a strike nonetheless, 0-1. .30 p.m. start time for today's matchup featuring your Orange County Riptide and the Santa Barbara Foresters. Pitch is on the outer half. Called strike 2. Devin Sartorius on the mound out of Dana Point, California. Currently at Biola University. We'll take a look at his numbers there as the 0-2 pitch to Ryan Cash is below the knees for a ball to drive the count to 1-2. .63 ERA for Devin Sartorius out at Biola University, and I'm distracted because the Foresters brought with them as a throw down to second base is not in time. I guess what you would call a super fan. Strike 3 was the call to Ryan Cash. And the Foresters super fan caught all of us by surprise, I'll tell you that much. And another thing, it's actually not the first time that I've seen him. He's the superfan also for Orange Coast City College, which won the 2018 Final Four championship out in Fresno. Pitch is on the inner half, called a strike. It's 0-1. Zach Presno at the plate now. I'll tell you, that super fan, quite a captivating figure, to say the least, especially in such a small, I guess, stadium as the one we're playing in. His voice really resonates, and yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of him tonight. No balls and one strike. Pitch runs inside. It's 1-1 the count. Eric Kennedy aboard at second base. He stole. Zach Presino now at the plate. The left-hander delivers the pitch. That's foul towards the right side to the netting. I can tell you that the Forester Ball Club is definitely feeding off the environment set here by their superfan. Got a good reaction from his dugout when he started hollering earlier in the game. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Sartorius on the mound. 1 man down. Eric Kennedy aboard at second base. Reached on an infield single, then he went ahead to steal. Another beautiful evening for baseball here in Irvine, California. Orange County Gray Park Stadium, the home of the Orange County Riptide. Slight breeze blowing out towards right field, nothing influential, as the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Devin Sartorius. In steps Blake Hall for the Foresters. As I mentioned, Santa Barbara hitting atop of the CCL with a 2-0 record on the season. The Riptide are at 3-2. Orange County is enjoying a 2-game winning streak. Pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Jacob Catsfield waits on deck. No score, just getting started. Top half of the first inning. 2 men down. The 1-0 pitch hit out towards right center field. There's Connor Roby. He'll track it down and put an end to the inning. To the bottom of the first we go. No score from Orange County Riptide Stadium. Carson Matthews digs in to lead things off for the Riptide in the bottom half of the first inning. No score as the pitch is on the outer half, called a strike. Pretty lenient call if you ask me, and that's the first pitch of the ball game there for Jake Jackson on the mound. Jake Jackson is out of the University of Nevada. Attended El Toro High School. He's out of Lake Forest, California, 6'1", 190 pounds. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Orange County Riptide. The 1-2 is a chopper towards the left side and out of play. Carson Matthews leading things off, hitting second Blake Evans, hitting third Connor Obi, hitting cleanup Dylan Rock, hitting fifth Caleb Denny, hitting sixth Andre Antoine, hitting seventh Chad Crosby, hitting eighth Connor Aoki, and batting ninth Daniel Jung. The 1-2 pitch to Matthews is fouled away again. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shortly, we will take a look at the defensive lineup for the Foresters. Pitch is a chopper towards the left side. The third baseman, Connor McKenna, is there. Long throw for him. Zach Presno unable to dig it out of the dirt. So reaching safely is Carson Matthews. It'll be interesting to see how they score the play. And they've scored it in error.
Now batting from Georgia Southern University, number 15, Blake Evans.
Yes. I was talking to you earlier. This guy was in front. Always goes to
the third baseman. Definitely a difficult play for Connor McKenna. Nonetheless, our scorer thought that the play should have been made. Fastball on the outer half for a ball. Want to know the count here to Blake Evans. Riptide 3-2 on the season. The Foresters 2-0. Righty on left-hander matchup. There goes the runner. The pitch is tipped. Count is at 1-1. Connor Obi awaits on deck. Once again here in the bottom half of the first inning. No score, no men down. Runner on first base in Carson Matthews, who reached on an error. Pitch is called a strike. It's now 1-2. Pitch is a ground ball towards the left side. Another chance for McKenna. He throws over to second for 1. On to first, not in time.
That was Connor Obi up at the plate, right?
Yes, Connor Obi.
Jake Jackson had a 7.36 ERA.
Number 2, Connor Obi.
In 2019 for the University of Nevada. Connor Obi digs in now. He fouls this one back. No balls and 1 strike. Expect to see Carson Matthews run. Clemente Bonilla, notorious for being a very aggressive base running head coach. The 0-1 pitch is on the outer half. It's called a strike. To the count to Connor Obi as Dylan Rock awaits on deck. Pitch is ripped out towards left center field. Going back, Jacob Catsby at the track, making the play. Returning to first is Carson Matthews. Connor Obi gave that ball a really good ride. Got some good piece of wood on it. Nonetheless, it just fell shy of the left center field fence. Nothing more than a loud out for Jake Johnson. Dylan Rock with an opportunity now. Pitch is outside and in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Caleb Denny waits on deck. The Santa Barbara Forester superfans still chirping. Count is even 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Jackson looks down the barrel to get a sign, delivers the pitch. Misses. It's now 2-1. Defensively for the Foresters, at first base, Zach Presno. At second, Ryan Cash. At shortstop, Tevin Tucker. At third, Connor McKenna, as a hit and run works out nicely for the Riptide. It's slapped towards the right side. The runner's on his way towards third. He'll get there standing. The throw is down towards second base, and hung out to die is Dylan Rock. He'll make a run for first base, but he gave the third baseman an opportunity to run all the way across the diamond before he would make an attempt towards first. Not too sure what was going on there. Poor base running by Dylan Rock, to say the least. Finishing up the defensive positioning here for the Foresters, at third base, Connor McKenna. In left field, Eric Kennedy. In center field, Jacob Catsby. In right field, Blake Hall. Behind the plate, Ross Cadena. On the mound, Jake Johnson. Top of the second, we go, no score. First pitch is on the inner half, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Jacob Catsby leads things off for the Foresters here in the top half of the second inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Sartorius. Pitch is swung on and missed. That's 1-1. Devin Sartorius, who goes by DJ, has a fan base that travels quite well. This is the second game that he appears in where he's got a lot of young children cheering him on down the third base line. The 1-1 is a bunt. It's missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Top of the second inning, no score. The 1-2 pitch misses outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 2-2. Ross Cadena awaits on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 strikeouts in the afternoon thus far for Devin Sartorius. The left-hander delivers. That's slapped the opposite way, and it'll fall in for a leadoff single. Ross Cadena digs in.
Now batting, Ross Cadena.
Cadena is out of Wichita State. Also out of South Lake, Texas. Attended South Lake Carroll High School. He is a junior, 195 pounds, 5'9". Runs inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Cadena hit .248 at Wichita State in 2018. Or more so, 2019. 2018, he hit .261. Connor Pavoloni awaits on deck. 2 balls and no strikes. Jacob Catsby aboard at first. He reached on a single. Fastball on the outer half. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The Foresters and the Riptide meeting each other for the first time this season. DJ looks down the road to get a sign. Connor Aoki behind the plate today for the Riptide. There goes the runner. Throw it down towards second base is non-existent. Excellent lead from Jacob Catsby. It's as if all the games that we've seen thus far here in 2019 features a ton of base running. Not only from our coach Clemente Bonilla, but the opposition as well. Looks like they love to run. That's a chopper towards the left side and out of play. In our last game against Arroyo Seco, during the bottom half of the first inning, the Riptide posted 4 stolen bases, including 1 stolen base off third by our catcher, Connor Aoki. Ross Cadena at the plate. Has a runner in scoring position at second base. No score, no men out. Top half of the second inning. DJ gets the sign, delivers the pitch. On the inner half, and it's taken for ball 4. Runners on first and second for Connor Pavoloni.
Now batting, Connor Pavoloni.
Pavoloni is out of the University of Tennessee. Also out of Woodstock, Georgia. Attended River Ridge High School, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. In 2019, as a freshman, he was the starting catcher and finished .228 with 23 hits, 2 home runs, and 17 RBIs. That's hit towards the left side. The third baseman steps on the back for 1. Throw across the diamond. Double play. Andre Antone making the wise decision of simply stepping on his base. Made a nice strong throw across the diamond at Daniel Jung. What was runners on first and second with no men down has transitioned into runner on second base with 2 men down for Connor McKenna. Lefty on righty matchup. DJ delivers breaking ball that stays up high according to the home plate umpire, 1-0. Seems like the Forester superfan has decided to decided to take somewhat of a break. Time is called at the plate. You know, that superfan has definitely racked up the miles on his car. I kid you not, a month ago I saw him out in Fresno cheering for the OCC Pirates. And today he is out here in Irvine cheering on the Santa Barbara Foresters. Yeah, Santa Barbara is 136 miles away from where we are right now. So if that superfan does indeed travel to both home games and away games, kudos to him. It may also be that he travels on the team bus. I don't know if that's allowed, but maybe a possibility. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 men down. Connor McKenna at the plate. The left-hander delivers chopper towards the left side. It hooks foul. Tevin Tucker awaits on deck. Jonathan Ortiz behind the mic for the Orange County Riptide on a Wednesday evening. Thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. We appreciate your viewership. I like to make it an interactive one, so if you have something to say, any questions, concerns, comments, or if you simply just want somewhat of a shout out, go ahead and tell me where you're watching from down in the top chat section on YouTube. As Connor McKenna goes down swinging, and we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score here from Riptide Stadium. Out of the University of Arkansas, Caleb Denny leads things off for the Riptide in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Andre Anton awaits on deck, and if anyone gets on, Chad Crosby, or most so Chad Crosby's in the hole. If anyone gets on, then we'll see Connor Aoki. No balls and 1 strike to Caleb Denny. Jake Jackson out of the University of Nevada on the mound for the Foresters. Pounds his own for a strike. It's now 0-2. No score. We're only in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. 2 hits for the Foresters, 1 hit for the Riptide. Foresters also have 1 error. Breaking pitch on the outer half. Perfect location for strike 3. Andre Anton digs in now.
From UC Irvine, number 30, Andre Anton.
Antone, the local boy out of UC Irvine. That's hit down the right field line, slicing foul. Antone initiated a much-needed double play during the top half of the second inning. He hits this one up the middle, cut off by the shortstop, Tevin Tucker. The throw is in the dirt. Zach Presno unable to dig it out. We'll score that one in E6.
Now batting from the University of Miami, number 7, Chad Crosby.
As an infielder, you're always hoping that your guy at first base will be able to pick you up when you throw the balls in the dirt. That has not been the case through 2 innings here for the Foresters. One ball and no strikes to Chad Crosby. Crosby's making his debut here at home for the Riptide. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Busy night today at the ballpark. We have a really good sized crowd on hand. Pitcher runs inside in the dirt, blocked nicely by Ross Cadena. The Foresters fan base travels well. Good amount of seats filled up towards the first base line. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Crosby. That pitch brushes him off the plate. The count is now full, 3-2. Connor Aoki awaits on deck. Andre Anton standing at first base. He reached on an error. He hit a ground ball going up the middle. It was cut off nicely by Tevin Tucker, but his throw was in the dirt towards first. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. On the play, Andre Anton steals second.
Now batting for Binghamton, number 19, Connor Aoki.
Connor Aoki digs in. He has a .357 batting average so far this season. That's accompanied by 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. So with the kind of numbers that he's put up so far this season, you've got to wonder why he's hitting all the way in the number 8 spot in the lineup. One ball and no strikes. Here comes the pitch to Aoki. Popped up towards the left side of the infield. Now drifting towards the center. The shortstop on the outskirts of the grass makes the play, and the inning is over. The Riptides trying to run around second base. To the top of the third we go, no score. Tevin Tucker opens up this half inning for the Forcers. Run at the top of the third, no score. DJ Sartorius out for his third inning of work. Has 3 strikeouts thus far. This is the first at-bat of the season for Tevin Tucker with the Foresters. It's no balls and 1 strike. Eric Kennedy in the top of the lineup awaits on deck for Santa Barbara. Their superfan getting louder and louder. They haven't given him much to cheer about thus far. We hope to keep it that way. As I mentioned, this is not the biggest of stadiums, so his voice definitely resonates. During the championship game between the El Camino Warriors and the Orange Coast College Pirates, the super fan I should call him, told me that the OCC head coach asked him to watch the game down the right field line because he was being too loud and was distracting the players. One ball and 2 strikes to Tevin Tucker. Eric Kennedy awaits on deck. Ryan Cash in the hole. Sartorius looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. On the outer half. Throw it around the horn. Connor Aoki. Strikeout number 4 for DJ.
Now batting, number 3, Eric Kennedy.
Eric Kennedy, who opened up the ballgame with a single, now due at the plate. Kennedy hitting .308 on the season. Towards the left side, hit weakly. Anton is there. Throw over to first is high. Past the glove of Daniel Jung. Throwing error assigned to the third baseman, Anton. Should have been a routine play. Hit right to Anton. He was playing on the edge of the grass, so not the longest of throws. Eric Kennedy on base for the second time today. He's still during the top half of the first inning, so we'll go ahead and keep a close eye on him. Ryan Cash digs in, and he struck out his first time up. DJ Sartorius delivers a pitch. They haven't picked off. Throw it down towards second. Tag applied at the shoulders. Heads up baseball by DJ Sartorius. So Ryan Cash now with the bases empty and 2 men down. The left-hander delivers the pitch. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Zach Presnell waits on deck. 5 strikeouts on the evening for DJ Sartorius on the mound for the Orange County Riptide. Top half of the third inning, no score. Towards the left side, Anton with another chance. He throws over to first. This one a much more softer and nonchalant throw, but it does the job. We head to the bottom half of the third inning, still no score. Daniel Jung steps into the box, and we are underway here in the bottom half of the third inning. Jake Jackson out of the University of Nevada remains on the mound for the Foresters. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Count is even at 1-1 strikes. Carson Matthews due up next, followed by Blake Evans. If anyone gets on, Connor Obi. Slider that runs inside is called a strike. It's now 1-2. Still no movement in either bullpen. 1-2 strikes. Trails way outside. It's even now at 2-2. The right-hander delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout of the evening for Jackson.
Now batting from BYU, number 5, Carson Matthews.
Carson Matthews, who reached on a throwing error, digs in for a second at-bat for the evening. Pitch is called a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch on the outer half again. Same location, same result. 0-2. Jackson delivers. Misses in the dirt. 1-2 strikes. Jackson has only surrendered 1 hit. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Carson Matthews. Jackson gets the sign, delivers a pitch. Hit towards the right side and out of play. The 2-2 pitch. Nubler hit right back to the mound. Jackson is there. Slow throw, over towards first base for the second out.
Now batting from Georgia Southern University, number 15, Blake Evans.
Out of Georgia Southern, Blake Evans digs in. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Ball and no strikes. Bottom half of the third inning, no score. The Riptide are looking to improve to 4-2 on the season. The Foresters, on the other hand, looking to improve to 3-0. Two balls and no strikes. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. Connor Obi awaits on deck. The 3-0 pitch. And would you look at that, Blake Evans was given the green light, but he fouls it off out of play. We hope you're enjoying this new camera angle. Pitch misses for ball 4.
Now batting from UT Arlington, number 2, Connor Obi.
Out of UT Arlington, Connor Obi with an opportunity. Has a runner on first base and 2 men down. He flew out towards center field his first time up. There goes the runner. Pitcher swung on and missed. Throw down to second is a good one, but the shortstop could not corral it inside his glove. The throw was there, but the glove wasn't.
Is that a strike? Is that a strike? It is.
That would be strike.
Is it a strike? Okay.
That was a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ripped out towards left field. Eric Kennedy is there. And the inning is over. To the top of the 4th we go. No score. Top of the 4th inning. Zach Presno at the plate. DJ Sartorius back on the mound. Left-hander looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers a pitch. Ball 1.
Didn't know he has a celebrity, did you?
I've seen him so many times. I knew it was a big deal.
No score. Top half of the 4th inning. Only 2 hits in the ballgame for the Foresters. Only 1 hit in the ballgame for the Riptide. 3 hits total. Once again, we appreciate you joining us this Wednesday evening for today's matchup featuring the Riptide and the Foresters. We appreciate your viewership. Jonathan Ortiz behind the mic for the Orange County Riptide via YouTube Live. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It swung on and missed to drive the count to 1-2. 4 strikeouts on the evening for Sartorius on the mound. He's looking for number 5. He's out of Biola University. Misses the outside fastball. The count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blake Hall awaits on deck for Santa Barbara. Jacob Catsby in the hole. Sartorius delivers. Chopper towards the left side. Antone is there. Tough throw. Not in time. Antone upset with the result of the play. As he was running back to take third base, he covered his glove and he let out some of his emotions for sure. Blake Hall now with an opportunity. Has the runner on first base with no men down. He flew out towards center field his first time up. Pitch is on the outer half for a ball. It's 1-0. Jacob Catsby awaits on deck. No score. Top half of the fourth inning. That was the third hit of the ball game for Santa Barbara. Lefty on righty matchup. Out of the University of Biola, that's hit right back up the middle on Sartorius. Back-to-back singles, first and second with no men down for Jacob Catsby.
Now by number 8, Jacob Catsby.
Catsby reached on a single his first time up. He's looking to break the goose egg for Santa Barbara in the top half of the fourth inning. Lefty on lefty matchup. Presno at second, playing close to the bag. Left-hander delivers. That's a popped foul. Catsby again out of Wichita State. DJ Sartorius delivers the pitch. Stays inside and high. Catsby out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. Attended Lee's Summit West High School. He's 6'3", 190 pounds. Will be heading into his senior year at Wichita State. The 1-1 pitch to him. Has the bottom fall out of that one. Swung on and missed 1-2. In 33 games. And in 2018, he had 250 with 13 hits and 14 runs scored. 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Hit 264 his freshman year. In 2019, he hit 276. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jacob Catsby. Runners on first and second. Top half of the fourth inning. No men down. Sartorius takes a peek towards second, delivers the pitch and misses inside and high to even up the count at 2-2. Ross Cadena awaits on deck for Santa Barbara. Still no movement in the bullpen for Orange County. Time is called at the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball towards the left side. It finds its way into left field. The runner rounds the back. He's on his way home. The throw to the plate is not cut off. Nonetheless, it is not in time. RBI single off the bat of Jacob Catsby. 1-0 here in the top half of the fourth inning in favor of Santa Barbara.
Number 12, Ross Cadena.
Connor Pavoloni digs in now. Or check that, Ross Cadena, pardon me. Popped up towards the right side of the infield. Evans on the outskirts of the grass makes the play. Connor Pavoloni digs in now. He grounded into a double play his first time up in the second inning. One man down for the Tide. DJ Sartorius looking to escape the inning, giving up only one run. There goes the runners. He's got them picked off. Pickle between third and second. They'll run the runner back to the base. And the pickle continues. Is that a triple play? Or not a double play? I mean, not a triple play, but a double play. And I guess it is. So there were two runners at second base. The first runner tagged was then called out. The second runner who decided to run was then tagged out himself. So, base running mistake for Santa Barbara, but the Riptide will gladly take it. Bottom of the fourth we go, 1-0. Well, the head coach for the Santa Barbara Foresters still discussing the previous play. It was a double play to end things in the top half of the fourth inning. Blake Hall was on second. Jacob Casfy was on first. Haw broke towards third. Casfy towards second. Haw ran back to the bag while Jacob Casfy was there. Casfy was tagged out. Haw then thought it would be a wise idea to sneak and go over towards third base because no one was covering the bag. But he got caught in the pickle and was tagged out himself. So, heads up play there by the Riptide. Poor base running by the Foresters, but we'll take it. Bottom half of the fourth inning as Dylan Rock leads things off. He's down in the count at 0-2. Caleb Denny awaits on deck. Andre Antone in the hole. 1-0 in favor of the Foresters. High fastball above the chest. It's now 1-2. So no movement in either bullpen. One ball and two strikes. Jake Jackson delivers. And that one hit Rock on the back of the leg, I believe. He's on his way towards first.
Now batting for the University of Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
Caleb Denny out to play. He struck out looking his first time up. Pitch a swing on and missed 0-1. So I've heard that this so-called superfan was initially a big fan of UC Irvine. He then transferred over to Fullerton, then to Orange Coast College. Also with the Foresters now. So based on that resume, I thought he'd be an Orange County guy. In particular, a fan of the OC Riptide. But apparently, the Foresters have a good amount of player on their roster who attended Fullerton, which is why that superfan initially chose the Foresters as his CCL team. So far, this is what we've got on him. His 2-year team is Orange Coast College. His 4-year team is Fullerton. And his CCL team is the Foresters. His major league team, who knows? Potentially the Angels? 2 balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Denny. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Second K of the ball game for Denny. Andre Antone digs in. He reached on a throwing error by the shortstop, Tevin Tucker, his first time up. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Good pace to today's ball game. Pitch is on the outer half. It's 1-0. Dylan Rock leads off at first. He was hit by the pitch. Chad Crosby awaits on deck. There goes the runner. Throw down towards second is a good one. Tag applied at the shoulders in time. Nice throw by Ross Cadena behind the plate. One ball and 1 strike. It's now 2-1. Jackson delivers. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So this home plate umpire in particular seems to be very lenient with the outer part of the plate. But at the very least, you've got to appreciate the fact that he's been consistent with that area in specific. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Andre Antone out of UC Irvine. The full count pitch to him is a ground ball towards second. On the forehand, Ryan Castro's over to first, and that'll put an end to the 4th inning. To the top of the 5th we go. 1-0 in favor of the Santa Barbara Foresters. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 in favor of the Foresters. Connor Pavoloni Digs in. So, Ethan Payne, your question is, what do you believe is the biggest obstacle for the Riptide when facing a team like this? I asked that question to Ryan Farron, our stats guy, the Bible of baseball. This guy has numbers covered all over his brain. He's a good-looking guy, too. Check him out on Instagram. I gave you his handle last time. Ryan Farron. Do you have a Twitter, Ryan? No, but he's not active on Twitter. That's a ground ball towards short, long throw. Good play by Carson Matthews for the first out. So in response to your question, Payne, he said that it is very important for the Orange County Riptide to be good at the fundamentals of baseball while playing a team like the Foresters. They like to bunt. They like to steal bases. They just like to play small ball as a whole. So being able to limit the mistakes to not allow them to capitalize on those little small aspects of their game is very key to defeating them. Sartorius induces a ground ball towards third. Antone is there. 2 men down. Seems like Andre Antone has been playing at the edge of the grass for the entirety of the game.
Now batting, number 25, Kevin Tucker.
Tevin Tucker now at the plate. He struck out looking in the third inning, his only at-bat thus far. He's at shortstop today for Santa Barbara. High fastball above the chest. It's 1-0. Ethan Payne, where are you watching from, buddy? 1 ball and no strikes. TJ delivers. Fastball on the outer half. Misses 2-0. Still no movement in the Riptide bullpen. Top half of the 5th inning. 1-0 ball game in favor of Santa Barbara. The 2-0 pitch is a high fly ball towards left field. Drifting towards the line is Chad Crosby making the play for a 1-2-3 inning for DJ Sartorius. To the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 in favor of the Santa Barbara Foresters. Chad Crosby opens things up during the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Riptide. Well, I've just received some exciting news. The St. Louis Blues have won the 2019 Stanley Cup as the first pitch is flown out towards left field for the first out of the inning. Well, Boston, you were so close, yet so far. You had the Red Sox leading the way, the Patriots followed, and the Bruins so close, yet so far. An unfortunate championship drought for the Boston City initiates now. It's 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 is on the outer half. This time it's called a ball. He's been calling that a strike for most of the game, but you know, that's why we're up here and he's down there. He makes the decisions. We just watch. Daniel Jung awaits on deck. Popped up towards the right side. A trio of Foresters give chase. It's off the roof of the stadium. The final score for the game between the Blues and the Bruins, 4-1. So hockey's done. Basketball is close to being finished. It'll be Game 6 of the NBA Finals, I believe, tomorrow. Ground ball towards the right side. The second baseman is there. Throw over the first 2 men down. Yeah, how about I pose that as a question for you guys? Tell me, OC Riptide fans, who do you think will win the NBA Finals? Go ahead and integrate your answer into the chat on the right side of your screen. Pitch is fouled away. Daniel Jung on to play. He struck out his first time up. The Warriors will try to do it without Kevin Durant. They've done it before. Let's see what the NBA Finals has in store for us now. So Ethan Payne says that either the Raptors are winning or it's rigged. Pitch is on the inner half. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Well, I'll tell you, if there's a team who's capable of coming back from a 3-1 deficit, it is the Golden State Warriors indeed. The pitch was swung on and missed. The catcher, Ross Cadena, applied the tag, and the inning is over. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 in favor of the Foresters. We head to the top half of the 6th inning from Orange County Great Park Stadium here in Irvine, California. Eric Kennedy in the top of the lineup, leading things off for the Foresters, 1-0 in favor of Santa Barbara. Our stats guy, Ryan Farron, has just shared his opinion with me. He said he's a Warriors fan. Or check that. He said he's a Clippers fan, but he thinks that the Warriors will win the championship. Why? Because they know how to win. And he thinks that that matters more than skill at this time of the season. He also thinks that they have more incentive and seem to care more. And maybe with Kevin Durant's injury, they definitely do feel inspired to go ahead and prove the world wrong and show everyone that they can do it without KD. A double, stand-up double in particular to open things up here in the top of the sixth inning for Eric Kennedy. Ryan Cash digs into the plate now. He struck out the first time, then grounded out towards third base in the third inning. Quiet bullpen for the Riptide, but we do see a right-hander getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Foresters. Lefty on righty matchup at the plate. 1-0 ball game here at the top of the sixth inning. Bunt is shown, laid down towards the right side. Sartorius throws over towards first. The runner does advance. Well located bunt off the bat of Ryan Cash.
How about it? Number 27, Zach President.
Well, just like our stats guy, Ryan Farron, mentioned, the Foresters like to play small ball. They like to bunt. They like to run. We now see an arm getting warm in the bullpen for Orange County. Zach Presno at the plate. He struck out his first time up. He then singled in the fourth inning and came around to score. 1 ball and no strikes, 1 man down. And who's? Brock Halverson in the bullpen getting loose and warm for the Foresters as there's a meeting on the mound, and we'll take a short break. Zach Presno at the plate. The infield plays on the edge of the grass. The 1-0 pitch is way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Blake Hall waits on deck for Santa Barbara. 6 hits, 1 run, 2 errors for the Foresters. 1 hit, no runs, 1 error for the Riptide. The Riptide 3-2 on the season. The Foresters 2-0. Pitch misses outside and in the dirt. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. So, Riptide fans, I'll go ahead and ask you, even though it's early in the season, who do you think will win the 2019 World Series as the 3-0 pitch is on the inner half called a strike? Once again, go ahead and respond to that question in the chat section on the right side of your screen. And it'll be to the right side of your screen as you are watching, if you are watching via desktop, that is ripped heavily down the left field line, but foul. Luckily there for DJ Sartorius, or else I would have easily scored a run. Four strikeouts on the evening for DJ. He would love to make it 5, and this would be a huge opportunity for him to do so. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball towards the left side, but right into the hands of the third base coach of the Foresters. Yeah, and the superfan is still up and chirping. He said the sky's the limit as the 3-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. DJ Sartorius induces his biggest strikeout of the evening.
Number 7, Blake Hall.
You've got to think that the Santa Barbara superfan definitely goes ahead and partakes in some vocal exercises or warm-ups at least prior to the game. I really wonder if he's a super fan for perhaps any major league team. Ground ball towards the left side, and it hooks foul. I mean, realistically, his two options are the Dodgers and the Angels. If I would have to choose between those two, then I am 100% sure it is the Anaheim Angels because they seem to be more local for the teams that he is currently rooting for, except, of course, Santa Barbara. No balls and one strike here to Blake Hall. Top half of the sixth inning, 1-0 ball game in favor of the Santa Barbara Foresters. DJ Satori is on the mound for the Riptide as that pitch is fouled towards the right side and off the netting. Oh, 2 the count, 2 men down. Blake Hall at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with the single that came in the top of the fourth inning. The 0-2 from DJ on the outer half. Caught the ball. Everyone in the stadium was on the edge of their seat, waiting for the home plate umpire to pull the trigger. Again, he's been very lenient with the outer half of the plate, so you expected him to make the call. He'll hold on here as the 1-2 is popped up towards the right side. Dylan Ruck is there. The inning is over. The LC Riptide escaped that inning. They had a runner on third base with 1 man down, and they leave him stranded. To the bottom of the sixth inning we go. 1-0 in favor of the Foresters. Carson Matthews leads things off here in the bottom half of the sixth inning for the Riptide. Joseph De Peralta, our public address announcer, always doing a lovely job here at the stadium. And hey, if you want to hear him in person, come out to a ball game maybe tomorrow. We'll be right back here at 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow's matchup is against the Academy Barons. who defeated us in our first matchup against him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Matthews is 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the first inning. He takes a pitch in the dirt and low. 2 balls and 1 strike. There is a new pitcher on the mound here for the Foresters. His name is Brock Helverson. Brock is out of West Virginia. Also out of Schwenksville, Pennsylvania. And Perkiomen Valley High School. He is a freshman. At West Virginia, he posted a 6.75 ERA through 16 innings pitched. Bleeder towards the right side. It'll fall in for a single. Large turn by Carson Matthews, but he'll hold at first.
Now batting from Georgia Southern University, number 15, Blake Evans.
Blake Evans zigs in now for the Riptide. Has only 1 official at-bat, which was the fielder's choice in the first. He then walked in the third. Connor Olby awaits on deck. The Foresters open up the ball game with Jake Jackson. They are now in the hands of Brock Helverson. The bunt is shown, then pulled back. Andrew Bolves was up and throwing in the bullpen for the Riptide. Has now taken a seat in the dugout. We might see him during the top half of the 7th inning. Here comes the pitch to Evans. It's called a ball, 2-0. You've got to keep an eye out for Carson Matthews. Clemente Bonillo loves to run. He does not go there, and he takes a fastball to the back of his legs. The second hit batter of the ball game for the Riptide as Connor Olby digs in with runners on first and second, no men down.
Number 2, Connor Olby.
He's hitting in the number 3 spot, but can we expect him to lay down a bunt and advance the runners? Maybe. Meeting on the mound, we'll take a break. First and second, no men down. Connor Olby at the plate. We had a discussion while there was a meeting on the mound discussing whether or not we thought Olby would put down a bunt. It's fair to say that we're split 50-50. Let's see what happens. Olby's got pop in his bat. Does he lay down the bunt? We'll have to wait and see. As Henderson steps off the rubber. The right-hander delivers, but is not shown. It falls inside for a ball and 1-0. Obi on the season hitting .375. He has 10 hits and 28 at-bats. Hit towards the right side. The second baseman plays it on hop. Well, that one is just as good as a bunt. Chopper towards the right side. It was a high bounce for the second baseman, Ryan Cash.
UT San Antonio, number 22, Dylan Rock.
Dylan Rock now with an opportunity. He has the runners on third and second. One man down. Tying run down the line, 90 feet away. The go-ahead run out at second base. Bottom half of the sixth inning. The biggest opportunity of the ball game for the Riptide. Righty on righty matchup. Helverson delivers. Pitches in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Brock Helverson out of West Virginia, looking to keep his ball club on top. Dylan Rock looking to turn the tables and give the Riptide a 2-1 lead, or at least tie up the ballgame at 1. Blooper towards the right side. It'll fall in for a base hit. In to score is Matthews. Blake Evans makes it safely. 2 RBI double off the bat of Dylan Rock. And ladies and gentlemen, can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Now batting for the University of Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
Caleb Denny looking to extend the lead even further for Orange County. 2 RBI double from Dylan Rock has put the Riptide out in front at 2-1. Big hello to Miriam Marshad, who's watching from Irvine, California. She says it's intense right now, and I completely agree. Caleb Denny at the plate, 2-1 in favor of the Riptide. I'll tell you what, though, Ryan Cash, the second baseman, did a pretty good job deceiving, I'm sure, quite a few people here at the stadium. He was on the outskirts of the grass and made it seem as if he was going to have a play. Maybe that induced some kind of hesitation between, the third base coach and the runner coming from second base. Nonetheless, who came in to score for Orange County? Rip towards the left side. It hooks foul. Brad Demko getting loose and warm in the Santa Barbara bullpen. Matthew Wogg says, go Tide. Yes, Matthew, go Tide indeed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Helverson delivers. Outside fastball, it's 2-2. As I mentioned earlier, I hope you're enjoying this new camera angle, giving you a closer look at the action. The 2-2 is way outside. It runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a big thank you to my little cousin Christian Teo, who is actually manning the camera downstairs. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Helverson delivers. Hit out towards left center field. In comes Eric Kennedy, makes a sliding grab, but it hits off his glove. On his way towards third standing is Caleb Denny, or more so Dylan Rock. Caleb Denny aboard at first base.
Now batting from UC Irvine, number 30, Andre Anton.
Andre Antone, here we go. Runners on the corners, one man down. 2-1 in favor of the Riptide. Brad Demko getting Lucien Borm in the bullpen for Santa Barbara. Righty on righty matchup. Pitch is on the outer half. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Out of West Virginia, the right-hander delivers high fastball, swung on and miss. Big hack there off the bat of Andre Antone. Chad Crosby awaits on deck for Orange County. The 1-1 pitch is tipped into the catcher's mitt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Antone, who is 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error in the second inning, then grounded out towards second base in the 4th. Bottom of the 6th here from Irvine, California. 2-1 ball game in favor of the Tide. Dylan Rock leads off a third. Caleb Denny leads off a first. Halverson delivers, swung on and missed for strike 3 on an inside fastball. Now Chad Crosby digs in, who is also 0 for 2 in today's matchup.
What school is he from?
Crosby with runners on the corners and 2 men down, looking to extend the inning for the Riptide and to extend their lead as well. 2 runs to 1, bottom half of the 6th inning. Connor Aoki awaits on deck. Pitch is ripped out towards right field. That'll fall in for a base hit. RBI single off the bat of Chad Crosby. 3-1 Riptide. Halverson left a cookie down the middle.
Connor Aoki.
Chad Crosby got all of that one. Connor Aoki now at the plate. Meeting on the mound, perhaps a pitching change. We'll go ahead and take a break as things unravel. Out of Sam Houston State University, Brad Demko newly inserted into the ballgame for the Foresters. Connor Aoki out to plate, looking to continue the party for the Tide. 3-1 ballgame in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Caleb Denny aboard at second. Chad Crosby aboard at first. First pitch is on the outer half as it misses 1-0. Demko is 6'2", 200 pounds. He's out of Austin, Texas, attended Lake Travis High School. Pitch misses 2 balls and no strikes. In 2019, he posted a 5.91 ERA for the Bearcats. 2 balls and no strikes, 2 men down, 2 men on. 3-1 Riptide. Bottom half of the 6th inning from Irvine, California. Demko delivers the pitch. Swung on and missed. This is Demko's second year on the Foresters. The Riptide have 1 returning player, which is Colin Townsend. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Connor Aoki at the plate. Aoki's 0 for 2. He swings and misses. The count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 men down. Demko stuffs off the rubber. In 2018, with Santa Barbara, he had 28 strikeouts through 17 innings, posting a 1.59 ERA. So good in numbers last year. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Connor Aoki. Daniel Jong awaits on deck. As I mentioned earlier, a good size-on crowd for tonight's matchup featuring your Orange County Riptide and the Santa Barbara Foresters. If you have an opportunity and a day off, tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. against the Academy Barons here from Irvine, California. Orange County Great Park Stadium, the setting for another beautiful matchup today as the 3-2 is swung on and missed, tipped into the catcher's mitt more so as we head to the top of the 7th inning. 3-1 Riptide. Would you look at that? DJ Sartorius back on the mound for his 7th inning of work. The deepest we have seen any pitcher go in the ballgame this season for the Riptide, and he has done quite well. 70 pitches through 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Very good line for the young man out of Biola University. Lefty on lefty matchup. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. It'll be Jacob Catsby, Ross Cadena, and Connor Pavoloni this half inning for Santa Barbara. No balls and 1 strike to count. 3-1 ball game, top of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. On the outer half, well located. Good movement. No balls and 2 strikes. Ross Cadena waits on deck for Santa Barbara. The Foresters held the lead up until the bottom half of the 6th inning. It was 1-0, but the Riptide scored 3. It's 3-1 now. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Jacob Catsby. Catsby has reached base twice today, has a pair of singles to his name. We had seen Boves warming up and getting loose in the bullpen for Orange County. We expected to see him here in the top half of the 7th inning, but Clemente Bonilla decided to allow DJ Sartorius to head back out there as Connor Aoki throws it around the horn. Another strikeout here for DJ. That is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts on the evening for Devin Sartorius. Ross Cadena digs in now. He reached on a walk his first time up. Then he popped up towards second base in the 4th inning. He's 0 for 2. The Riptide 3-2 on the season, looking to improve to 4-2. The Santa Barbara Foresters 2-0, looking to improve to 3-0. Santa Barbara sitting at the top of the CCL standings. Two balls, no strikes, 1 man down. The Orange County Riptide and the Santa Barbara Foresters squaring off for the first time this season. We'll see the Foresters 2 more times here at home in the next 2 months as the pitch misses for ball 4. Clemente Bonilla skipping, jogging to the mound. Perhaps the end of the outing for DJ Sartorius. Yes, it is. And a well-deserved standing ovation and applause from the fans. We'll take a short break. Wonderful outing indeed. Connor Pavoloni digs in. New pitcher on the mound for the Riptide, Andrew Boves. The final line for our starting pitcher, DJ Sartorius, who did an outstanding job through 6 1/3 innings. Gave up 6 hits, 1 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts on only 78 pitches. Andrew Boves looking to keep up the good work for the Riptide and looking to carry on the momentum that DJ Sartorius established on the mound for his team. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Ross Cadena leads off at first for the Foresters. 3-1 ball game here in the top half of the 7th inning. Connor McKenna awaits on deck, high fastball above the chest. 2 balls and 1 strike. Boves has pitched an inning and 2/3 so far this season, not surrendering a run. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to the discontent of many people down in the stands. Ross Cadena leads off at first. He reached on a single. The 3-1 pitch outside for ball 4.
This can't be good.
So some trouble stirring in the pot now for Orange County. Runners on first and second with 1 man down as Connor McKenna digs in. McKenna is 0 for 2 in today's matchup with a strikeout. Boves would love to induce something on the ground. Merrick Krause up and throwing in the bullpen for the Riptide. Time is called by the catcher, Connor Aoki. He'll go out to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher. No one in the bullpen for the Foresters. The chatter is over. Let's play some ball. Tevin Tucker awaits on deck for Santa Barbara. Boves looks down the barrel to get a sign, delivers the pitch, flied out towards right field. Dylan Rock is there. The runner tags, but he will hold. Throw is cut off by the shortstop, Carson Matthews. 2 men down in the inning as Tevin Tucker digs in.
Now batting, number 25, Kevin Tucker.
Tevin Tucker, who is 0 for 2 with an opportunity with runners on first and second and 2 men down. Tucker struck out in the 3rd inning and flew out towards left field in the 5th. Cadena on second, Pavoloni on first. 3-1 ball game, top half of the 7th inning. 2 men down in the inning. We started the ball game with Devin Sartorius. Andrew Boves now on the mound for the Riptide. He'll step off the rubber, take a look towards second, but nothing more. Merrick Krause loose and warm in the bullpen for the Riptide. Meeting on the mound once again for the Riptide. This discussion featuring the entire infield and the pitching coach. Meanwhile, the Foresters will gather up their runners and their hitters. Jonathan Ortiz behind the mic for the Orange County Riptide via YouTube Live. Once again, thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. against the Academy Barons. Tucker steps into the box, and we are underway. Bovis gates the sign. Bunt is shown, then pulled back. 1 ball and no strikes. Eric Kennedy awaits on deck for the Foresters. Santa Barbara has scored once, and that was during the top half of the 4th inning. They have 6 hits in today's ball game. Boves delivers a fastball on the outer half, caught a strike. The count is even at 1-1. Two balls and 1 strike to Tevin Tucker. Andrew Boves out of Claremont, California. He's a big guy, 6'6", 200 pounds. Attended Claremont High School. He'll be heading into his sophomore season in 2020. The 2-1 is ripped out towards left field, and on the play, taking a stumble was Chad Crosby, but he recovers to make a diving attempt and catch. So a funky way to end the inning for the Riptide, but we'll take it. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Time for the 7th inning stretch from Irvine, California. Bottom half of the 7th inning, 3-1 ball game in favor of your Orange County Riptide as Daniel Jung, the number 9 hitter, leads things off for Orange County this half inning. He shows bunt. It's right back into the glove of the pitcher. 1 pitch, 1 away. I've got to say, that is potentially the quickest out I have ever seen in my life. Carson Matthews digs in, reached on an error in the 1st inning. Hit a comebacker back to the pitcher in the third. Hit a single in the sixth. 1 ball and no strikes. Blake Evans awaits on deck. If anyone gets on, Connor Obi. The 1-0 pitch is above the chest. Gabe Bartega getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Foresters. We also see a right-hander in the bullpen for ourselves. 2 balls and no strike. The left-hander delivers. Brushes Matthews off the plate. It's called a strike anyways, 2-1. One run, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Santa Barbara Foresters. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Orange County Riptide. 3-1 the count for Carson Matthews. Pitch is inside for strike 2. In my opinion, that was nowhere close to the strike zone. I mean, home plate umpire. How in the world do you expect Carson Matthews to make some solid contact with that pitch? On the great return of the Santa Barbara superfan, he's been awfully quiet the past few innings. I feel like he has cut his share a few inches since the last time I saw him roughly around a month ago. Maybe not even a month, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. Three balls and 2 strikes. The left-hander delivers, slapped foul towards the right side. He looks awfully different since the last time I saw him. This time he has a blue baseball cap, worn backwards, a burgundy jersey, I believe a Foresters one. When I saw him out in Fresno rooting on for OCC, he had some orange leggings, leather boots, and that foul ball came back to hit Blake Evans, who was in the on-deck circle. And actually, it didn't hit him. Thank God it didn't. It actually hit the wall behind him. Initially, that sounded like it had hit off his ankle. But luckily for everyone, he's okay. As a 3-2 pitch runs inside. This time it's called ball 4. The exact same pitch was called to strike the last time around, but maybe a makeup call there by the home plate umpire. So as I was saying, yeah, that superfan was wearing leather boots, orange leggings, and he also had on, I believe he called it a quilt or something. It was a man skirt. I don't know what the appropriate, yeah, what is it? A kilt. There we go, a kilt. Yeah, so he had orange leggings, a kilt, boots, and I forgot what he was wearing on his upper half because, quite frankly, his bottom half was quite amusing, so that overpowered everything else. There goes the runner, throw down to second base. Carson Matthews is nabbed for the second time today. Ross Cadena, strong arm behind the plate for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, strike that ball. Strike. Thank you.
No balls and 1 strike with 1 man down.
2 down.
Or 2 men down, rather, for Blake Evans. He swings and misses. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. Left-hander looks down the barrel to get a sign. The 0-2 pitch. High fastball, nowhere near the strike zone. A ball and 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Not a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is tipped off the catcher's mask, maybe. Or maybe it was the home plate umpire's mask. I'm wondering, but both the home plate umpire and the catcher are discussing. 1-2. 2 men down. Bottom of the 7th inning. 3-1 Riptide. Pitch runs inside. It's called the ball. 2-2. Now you hear some chatter from the first base dugout. I guess as a home plate umpire, you can never make everyone happy. The 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The tag is applied and the inning is over. To the top of the 8th. 3-1 Orange County Riptide. Number 44, Merrick Krause, takes over on the mound for the Riptide. Krause is still looking for a place to play in 2020 as that's a ground ball going up the middle. Smothering stop by the shortstop. Throw over to first base. Not in time, but great attempt nonetheless by Carson Matthews. Going towards his left, coming back to his feet quickly, releasing a good throw over towards his first baseman, Daniel Jung. Eric Kennedy digs in now. Or check that, Ryan Cash. Eric Kennedy is aboard at first. Pitch is on the outer half for a strike. It's 0-1. You know, that superfan sounds like Hulk Hogan to me. Well, that's what I'll settle for. If that's a compliment, I don't know. I mean, sure, why not? I mean, it's Hulk Hogan. What the heck? The 0-1 pitch is a pitch out. I think that's exactly why, because he uses the word brother a lot. I will tell you one thing about this superfan, though. He is very respectful, though. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a ground ball going up the middle. Taylor made for 2. Flip to second for 1. On to first, not in time.
Now batting number 27, Zach Fresno.
Zach Presno steps into the box. He's 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts and a single. He came in around to score the only run of the ball game for Santa Barbara. Blake Holloway's on deck. There's 1 away here in the top half of the 8th inning. In there for a strike, 0-1. Live from Orange County Great Park Stadium in Irvine, California. No balls and 1 strike, the count to Fresno. And that's fouled away towards the right side and out of play. And it seems like that is the end of the evening for the Santa Barbara superfan. Just as I had mentioned that he was not, disrespectful. I think he's being escorted out of the stadium. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 away. Kraus delivers the pitch. In there for strike 3. Very delayed call there by the home plate umpire. As a matter of fact, the umpire didn't make the call until the hitter at the plate, Zach Fresno, turned to see him. Blake Hahn digs in now. He's 1 for 3 with a pair of flyouts and a single. Chopper back to the mound. Kraus is there. He'll flip on over to the first baseman, Daniel Jung. An easy inning as we head to the bottom of the 8th. 3-1 Riptide.
UT Arlington, number 2, Connor Obi.
Gabe Arteaga, number 34 for the Santa Barbara Foresters, takes the mound here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. He will be an incoming freshman at Westmont College. He attended Bishop Diego High School. And I just received word that the superfan for the Foresters was not kicked out of the ball game. He was just roaming around the stadium, and one of our guys wanted him to say hi to his in-laws and to his family. So, what'd you like at that? That's what I got for speculating on. I knew he was a good guy. 1 ball and no strikes. On the outer half, it's called 1-1. Connor Roby at the plate. Had a sacrifice ground out his last time up. That play in particular advanced Matthews and Evans to third and second. Pitch misses the black. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 ball game here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Cadena will head out to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher. Wants to make sure that they are both on the same page. Once again, we'll be right back here tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. against the Academy Barons. Make sure to join us. And if you have the opportunity, a day off and, means of transportation, head out to the ballpark. Orange County Gray Park Stadium, a lovely setting for a ball game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's on the outer half. This time it's called a strike. The count is even at 2-2. Dylan Rock awaits on deck for the Riptide. Arteaga delivers. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Dylan Rock steps into the plate.
From UT San Antonio, number 22, Dylan Rock.
Rock singled his first time up, was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning, then had a 2 RBI double in the 6th. Pitch drops below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. He did go. The count is even at 1-1. Caleb Denny awaits on deck for the Riptide. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. On the outer half, it's 2-1. Arteaga has somewhat of a grunt after each pitch he delivers. So you get a baseball and a tennis player when he's on the mound. This one is ripped towards the right side, but right into the glove of Ryan Cash, the second baseman. Dylan Rock hit it on a line.
Now batting from the University of Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
Caleb Denny now at the plate. Denny has a pair of strikeouts to his name. He also singled in the 6th inning. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Misses. It's now 1-1. The right-hander delivers. It's in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Andre Antone awaits on deck. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Off the end of the bat towards the left side, the third baseman in foul territory makes the play, and the inning is over. We head to the top half of the ninth. The Riptide 3 outs away from improving to 4-2 on the season and giving the Foresters their first loss of 2019. Top of the ninth inning. First pitch is inside and low for a ball. Jacob Catsby steps into the box for the Foresters. It'll be Catsby, Ross Cadena, and Connor Perloni this half inning. Two balls and no strikes. The Foresters down by 2. Ripped towards the left side. The first baseman, Daniel Jung, has it sneak underneath his glove. The right fielder corrals it. Throw down towards second is then now picked out of the dirt by the shortstop, Carson Matthews. So a very poor display of defense there by the two infielders, Daniel Jung and Carson Matthews. You score that one, an error. Ross Cadena digs in now. He now represents the tying run for the Foresters. Slider on the outer half. It misses for a ball. Looked good from here. It's 1-0. Cadena has a pair of walks and a pop-up towards second base. Connor Pavoloni awaits on deck. The 1-0 is ripped out towards left center field. Connor Roby is there. The runner tags. He's on his way towards third. An aggressive decision due to the fact that he is not the tying run. He almost overran the bag, but he managed to keep his toe on third base to avoid being tagged out. Connor Pavoloni steps into the plate. Pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1. Righty on righty matchup. High fastball above the chest. It's 1-1. Connor McKenna waits on deck. 3-1 ball game in the top of the 9th inning. Tying run at the plate for the Foresters. High fastball taken. It's 2-1 now. Once again, we thank you for joining us on a Wednesday evening for today's broadcast of OC Riptide Baseball. Swung on and missed. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One man out in the inning for the Riptide. Kraus on the mound looking to close things out for Orange County. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Heater down the heart of the plate. Pavloni came up empty. 2 men down. Connor McKenna digs in. The Riptide 1 out away from improving to 4-2 on the season. Connor McKenna is 0 for 3. He struck out in the 2nd, grounded out towards 3rd base in the 5th, flew out towards right in the 7th. He's ahead in the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Tevin Tucker awaits on deck. Devin Sartorius opened up the ball game for Orange County. Delivered a terrific outing for the Riptide. Pitched the 6 1/3 innings. Gave up 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts on only 78 pitches. Now into the hands of Merrick Krause on the mound for the Riptide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander delivers. It's fouled back towards the netting. Orange County now 1 strike away. Here's the 1-2. Hit out towards left field. Chad Crosby is there. He comes in. The ball game is over. And check that. He drops the ball. So safe at second base is Connor McKenna. Coming in to score was the runner on 3rd, Jake Catsby. Everyone and their mother thought that the ball game was over. The Foresters were packing the bags, heading back to the bus. The fans were cleaning up their messes, heading back to their cars. I was getting ready to read the final line, but check that. E7. Pinch runner out at second base for Connor McKenna. That is Diego Harris. The Santa Barbara Foresters are given another breath of life. Man. Wow. Wow, indeed. Chad Crosby had the ball in his glove. Just couldn't secure it. Here's the 0-1. Slapped foul towards the right side. No balls and 2 strikes. Let's see what happens. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 men down. 3-2 ball game. The tying run at second base for Tevin Tucker. Merrick Krause on the mound for the Riptide. The big right-hander delivers. Pitch is foul towards the left side and out of play. Tucker stays alive. My uncle used to tell me when I was younger, after an error comes a hit. We hope to prove him wrong tonight. Kraus looks down the barrel to get a sign. Connor Aoki behind the plate for the Riptide. The right-hander delivers. In the dirt, Aoki throw down towards third. The tag applied at the back of the runner, not in time. An aggressive play there by Diego Harris, who was standing on second. Aoki blocked the ball. He kept it in front of him. He then picked it up, fired down towards third. It was a strong throw, but the third base umpire said that Harris snuck his hand in there in time. 90 feet away sends the tying run for the Foresters. The 1-2 pitch, high fastball. Diego Harris is well aware of the possibility of scoring with a pass ball or a wild pitch. On the delivery, he is running halfway down the line. Connor Aoki with an immense amount of pressure behind home plate. The pitch is on the outer half. The home plate umpire, who's been very lenient with that call, induces strike three, and the ball game is over. The final line for today's matchup: 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Riptide. 2 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Your Orange County Riptide improved to 4-2 on the season. The Santa Barbara Foresters fall to 2-1. The winner for today's matchup, Devin Sartorius, comes out with the W. The losing pitcher is Helverson, and the save goes to Merrick Krause on the mound. We thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. It was a fun one, and it was an intense one indeed. Jonathan Ortiz signing off, and we wish you a very pleasant rest of your Wednesday evening. Remember to join us back here tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. against the Academy Barons. Good night, everyone.